Hi, my name is Sean Smith. I'm with Kapco Book Protection. I'm pleased to be your presenter today and hope you'll find this workshop beneficial. Today I will be presenting the first of 3 videos in the Kapco Workshop webinar series. This section will be approximately 20 minutes. We invite you to participate in this workshop, follow along, and practice with the supplies sent to you. We provided you with the Kapco supplies and you are supplying the books in which to practice. Please remember, the practice book should be something you are willing to part with if a mistake should occur. At this time, please clear yourself an area in which to practice and still be able to see your computer screen. Please remember, you can go back or restart this presentation at any time. We've tried to provide you with the best possible video angles to see exactly how these products are used. Before we jump into the products and their use, let's take a few moments to discuss the basics of book protection and repair and why use Kapco Book Protection. There are 4 keys to book preservation and repair. Protect your collection from the start. Know your product terminology. Vinyl versus polyester. Do no harm to your collection. Protect your collection from the start. Here we have 2 of the same title paperback books. As you can see, one was covered from the start before circulating. The other only has a few pieces of tape to aid in its circulation life. It's easy visual to see. If you can afford to cover your collection from the start, you will greatly extend the life of your books. This is an example of being proactive rather than reactive. Can mean getting the most out of your book budget and extending your circulation life. And when, not if, repairs are needed, the solutions for repairing your books will be less time consuming and costly. Again, we all want to get the most out of our book budgets, and spending just a little more on protection can truly extend your future budget dollars farther. Know your terminology. There are several companies out there who want to sell you book protection and their supplies. We all want to sell you the latest and greatest products we have. We'll throw out terms and specifications, but this doesn't always make sense. Are you really comparing an apple to an apple? Or are you comparing an apple to a kiwi? Not all products are the same, and we'd like to help clear this up for you. You'll run across the term acid-free, pH-neutral, or archival. These are all important terms when looking for products to use in your books. These are products you want to use. Why are these important? Products are rated on a pH scale. This is a standard measurement of alkalinity and acidity. Acid-free are products that have a pH of 7 or above. pH neutral is 7. And archival products have undergone laboratory analysis to confirm their acidic and conversion properties are within safe levels. So again, you might be asking, why is this important? Acidic materials migrate into your books, causing permanent damage and decay. Again, you might be asking, how so? Acidic materials leave their signature brown stains in your book. Or you will see the brittling of pages. Acidic products speed up the need for repair or replacement of books in your collection. And this is not to mention the not so appealing appearance of your books. If the products you're choosing to use do not state they are one of these 3 terms, they are more than likely acidic. When in doubt, it is a good time to ask what type of products you are purchasing. If you're wondering, most of Kapco's products are pH neutral. This simply means they neither take on acid nor give off acid. We try to mark all of our products so you know what you're working with. Vinyl versus polyester. Many of the book preservation and repair supplies that are made today use these materials as the face side of your tape or laminate. And to make things more confusing to the consumer, you will find similar products offered using both materials. Why would we do something like this? This came to be to meet the differing price points and needs of libraries. You might have a book that you know will not circulate long, so you might opt to protect this with a cheaper product. On the opposite end, you might have a book that you need to get the most circulation time out of and opt for a more expensive product to reach that longevity. This is how we got the similar products, but different materials. So let's talk about the pros and cons of the different materials you will find on the market. The pros of a vinyl product are they're often very pliable and conformable. Often, these can be found in roll form so you can cut to the lengths you need. Also, often this is one of the cheapest options for book covering you will find. The cons? Vinyl products are not chemically stable over time. They will yellow and become brittle. As aging progresses, you may also find this will curl. This is all evidence the material is continually changing over time. Though the adhesives on the product may be acid-free, the vinyl face material is not. Often, this reaction is a negative impact on your collection when covering with a vinyl product. Also, vinyl is a softer material and not rigid. Often, the material will mark, snag, stretch, or tear when impacted. I like to recommend vinyl products for collections that have a short circulation lifespan. I also recommend this as a last resort if your budget will not allow for any other solution. In this case, something's better than nothing. And now let's move on to the pros of using polyester products. Polyester is extremely strong and resilient. It will not stretch or tear when impacted. You may end up with a scratch, but this is usually on the surface and not traveling through the product. Polyester is completely inert substance. No chemical will migrate into the adhesive and ultimately into your book. The cons? Polyester products are generally more expensive. That's due greatly to how polyester materials are made. I recommend polyester products for longevity and durability. Usually when using polyester products, you typically do not have to revisit the same issues time and time again. Just a review. Here are a few key recommendations. Look for products that are acid-free or pH neutral. When possible, choose polyester over vinyl products. Using a combination of these recommendations will give you a safe, strong, and book-friendly product. When to cover and repair. Now that you know which materials you're looking for, let's talk about what to protect and repair. New books will naturally benefit from being protected and reinforced prior to circulation. But what about books that have been circulated and need some help? When to repair damaged books and when to seek other options. Books that have been circulated with no protection can still be covered. You will need to make sure that the front cover and back covers are clean and there are no major issues that will hinder covering. Cleaning the cover assures that the adhesive will be able to anchor to the cover. If the cover has a rip, you can repair that from the inside of the book. Covering will help prolong the circulation, but please note, these will not look as nice as books covered before circulation. When deciding if you should repair a damaged book or not, you have two major questions to ask. Will the repair solve the problem without creating new problems? And is the repair worth the effort? Basically, you want to do no harm to the book. If you're just repairing a torn page or reinserting a page, this isn't an issue. Also, depending on the book, sometimes other preservation methods might be better. Sometimes repairing the book lessens the value of the book, or again, might harm the book. Sometimes the best option will be do nothing and store the book in something like a book box. But then again, maybe it's a personal project or a valued reference material that can't be replaced. Then you are faced with doing what you can do without causing new damage. Again, you must evaluate your collection and the needs for covering and repairing. Weigh out if this is worth the time and effort, and then make your plan of how you will repair. And definitely choosing products that are acid-free or pH neutral. Remember that adding the wrong repair product will be doing nothing more than harming the book. So why Kapco? Kapco, or Kent Adhesive Products Company, was founded in 1974 in Kent, Ohio. In the beginning, we were just a converter of flexible materials. With time, we expanded our capabilities and began working with adhesive coatings. This eventually led to the creation of the Book Protection Division in 1987. In the over 30 years since book protection began, we have patented many unique and innovative book protection covers, tapes, and other repair and reinforcement items. All Kapco book protection products are still manufactured in Kent, Ohio. Our products are used in universities, schools, and public libraries worldwide. Now that we've talked about book repair and preservation and the 4 keys, let's take a look at the products sent to you in your sample packet. I'll point out each product so we will eliminate confusion moving forward with the hands-on portion of this workshop. You will have your book protection packet containing the instructions, a Kapco catalog, one pair of Easy Cover 2, front piece, back piece, 4 strips of Easy Bind, 2 Easy Wings, 2 strips with the Easy Corners, 2 Easy Hold, 2 pieces of Easy Bind 2, 2 pieces of Easy Bind Tyvek, 2 strips with the polyester label protectors, a sheet of Easy Jacket, a sheet with the book jacket attaching tape, and lastly, a poly cover. The Easy Cover 2. If you look in your packet, you will find 2 rigid pieces of cover. There's the front piece, which you'll notice has the wraparound spine section. The back piece, which does not. But please do note, there is a score line in there. That's going to become useful later on as we apply this. So to cover your book, what we need to do is go ahead and measure where we need to make cuts. What we're going to do is we're going to put the book with the spine section to your left or on the actual wraparound spine section. And I like to call it the rule of thumb. We're going to leave it about a thumb back from this edge of the book. Pull it back so it's even. And to help out, I typically use a ballpoint pen, but today I'm going to use a Sharpie marker. You just go ahead and trace where the edges of the book are. We're going to do the same thing with the back piece. Keep in mind, we do not want to trim this peel off section off. So again, with that peel off section to your left, we're going to take the book again, rule of thumb. It's going to be at least a thumb back from the actual spine. And why we do that is if you actually put this 15 mil laminate edge to edge, you're actually going to put too much pressure in the gutter of the book where the book actually opens from, and you're going to actually encourage the book to split out the pages. So that's why we need to keep everything back, thickest material back a thumb width from the edge. So now that we have both pieces marked, we're going to go to our Easy Trim, which, sorry, is not part of the kit that we sent you, but you can purchase these from us if you do choose so in the future. So we'll go ahead and line this up with the Easy Trim and trim it off. Back piece is done. Do the same with the front. And you don't have to be perfect, but you get used to this the more you do it. You'll get this refined when you're trimming. So what we're going to do next is apply the back cover first. So I like to turn the spine section away from me. And like I said before, we didn't want to cut off this strip here. We're going to actually need that now. And the easiest way to get these is to go ahead and flick the edge, and it'll actually separate the liner for you. I want to give this note real quick. Do not try to use your thumbnail to go in there and separate these plies between the actual polyester and the liner. It leads to weeks of pain under the fingernail. So please learn to flick the edge of it to release the liner from the product. With that said, we're going to go ahead and take that, and with this 1-inch strip, that's going to give us a chance to center this up without committing to peeling the liner on the entire product. One of the goals with putting this on is to only peel as much liner as what you can put down in one given time. So again, I'm going to flick that edge, peel this. Notice I'm holding this back. Simply enough, I can drop it. I could smooth it out with my hand. And notice as I'm smoothing, I'm always smoothing away to an edge to where if air is trapped, it will actually push out. With the back cover on, what I'm going to do is move to the front cover. Now with the front cover, we're going to go ahead and peel off the wraparound spine section. You notice I'm going to lift this up kind of like an L. I'm going to line this up with the front edge, set this down, smooth it out, turn this on its edge, work it around the edge of the spine, and again, work it around the edge of the spine. Notice I'm smoothing this only with my finger. Now to finish the front cover, all we need to do is flick the edge again, peel, and drop, and smooth away. Now you might be able to notice this, but the book has this milky color to it right now. That's okay. That's actually going to go away within 24 hours with a little bit of weight added to it. It's the time period where the adhesive is actually melting into the nooks and crannies at the molecular level of the book. That actually will go away and this will become clear to see through. And that's how you apply the Easy Cover 2. Now we have the Easy Bind 2. At this point in time, please do look for the 4 strips that are in your packet. They are marked with Easy Bind 2. When this is sold as a product from Kapco, it's not sold in strip form. It's actually sold in roll form, so it would come in a box like this. So at this point in time, I'm actually going to move to using the roll version to show this repair, which at this point in time, I'm going to take the book that we covered with the Easy Cover 2, and I'm going to go ahead and reinforce both the front and back inside of the cover. Now, what we're looking to do here is see where this book flexes from. So when you open the cover, it naturally lifts a page. And hopefully you just saw that. It lifted the first page. Now back in the days of old when books were bound, typically only the cover would open and all the pages would stay down. But nowadays with the binding processes, the actual point in which the book is actually opening from has changed. So now we have to actually open it and see where it lifts. In this case, it's the first page in. So what we do with this product is we take and we measure out a strip of tape. And what we want to do is keep it back 1/4 inch from each edge. And because we know we're going to do the front and the back, we can make 2 strips. So what we do is with the Easy Bind 2, it's got a nice little peel off center strip. This is nice so we can actually line up where we want to be before we actually apply it. So what we're going to do is go ahead and set it down here. Doesn't have to be perfect, just get it close. And we gently press down just that enough to adhere that center off peel strip. And if we push away from us with our thumbs, it'll gently separate the first piece of liner. And again, we'll do that one more time on the other side. And we've reinforced the front of the book. Now again, we want to do that in the rear of the book. And again, it does open up the same first page. So we're going to go ahead and reinforce this page. So we'll set it down here, smooth. I like to push away with my thumbs, smooth. And again, we're going to do it over here, same way. And it'll kind of walk its way across. Again, with these adhesive products, you only want to deal with as much live adhesive as what you can put down. By peeling off the liner all at once, you're actually chancing the fact of wrinkling something or getting something adhered someplace you don't want it. And being that it's a permanent adhesive, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to release smoothly. It's probably going to tear the page as it's coming up. Now there's other repairs you can do with this tape. For those of you who are faint of heart, probably now's the time to look away. Sometimes pages end up ripped out of your books. It's our job to put them back in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull our easy trim back into this, and we're going to trim this off flush. And we're also going to cut 2 strips of tape, just like before, 1/4 inch short of each end. Now on the first piece, we're going to go ahead and peel the center strip and the adjacent piece next to it. We're going to actually put it on our page that we're going to be reinserting. We'll go ahead and now reapply this to the book. And all you can do is try to realign it the best you can. It's never going to be perfect, but it will be okay. It'll work. And then we go to the opposite side of that page, and we're going to reinforce that there too, just to make sure it stays attached. And this is just like we did before with reinforcing the spine, the front cover to the back cover. And again, I'd just like to emphasize this isn't perfect, but we did reinsert the page, and we did extend the life of this book. Sometimes a page just ends up ripped and needs to be fixed. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut a strip double the length of what the rip is. We'll go ahead and measure that out a little bit, and we'll cut this in half. And we'll go ahead and peel the center strip, make that go right over top of where the actual rip is, and we'll cover right over it. Now I should say at this point in time, I'm using the Easy Bind low glare version. We also make a gloss version. So if you have like a graphic novel, you could actually use the gloss version and do the same repair, and it's hardly noticeable that you made the repair. So we take that other piece, peel the strip, line it up, and again we'll trim that off. And page is repaired. That's the Easy Bind low glare or gloss repair tape. Using Easy Cover 2 and Easy Bind in conjunction with a brand new book is the best protection we can offer right from the start. And now we have the easy corners. So at this point in time, go ahead and look in your packet for the 2 pieces. They're going to be marked with Easy Corner or CC2000s. There's going to be 2 pieces. It's going to look like a label protector, but it's going to have a V notch cut out of it. That's your corners. So what we're going to do is, these were made as a one-way, one-purpose only product. They're actually meant to reinforce the corners. As you can see, this has a dog-eared corner. You've seen the frayed corners, or the corners that start to balloon up because they've taken so much impact. Well, this is the product to use to go ahead and repair that. So all we do is peel off a strip, and we're just going to go ahead and line it up so that V is away from us. We try to line it up so it's edge to edge. Back edge is lining up with the book. Smooth it out, open the book up, wrap it to the inside. I'm going to do that one more time. Peel off my corner. I'm going to go ahead and put the V away from us. Apply. And fold it to the inside. And you successfully reinforced your corners. Now we're on to the Easy Hold. So at this point in time, if you look in your packet, you're going to find these two funny looking bow tie pieces. They're the Easy Hold. Now these were made to go on your materials that are staple bound or pamphlets. And you know over time that with use that the insides of these magazines start to fall apart or pages get torn out. This is made to simply reinforce and help as the actual staples fail or pages start to be pulled free from the staples. So what we do with this is we go ahead and we peel off that center strip. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna offset this. A lot of times people try to put it right down the middle, but unfortunately the way this product is made, the laminate in the middle section where that peel off strip was, is so rigid and thick, it's not gonna allow the magazine to fold like it once did. So if we put it offset just a little bit so it's not in the middle but just to one edge and smooth it down, it's gonna actually allow the book or magazine in this case to actually fold correctly. So again, I just peeled that liner off just enough at a time to go ahead and put it down. Smooth it down with my finger. And now all we're gonna have to do is just close the magazine, fold it over, kind of parallel it up with the edge, and again, we push away from us, smooth, and we push and fold over. And I guarantee you, if you actually tried to put that laminate, that center strip right in the middle, no matter how hard you squeeze, crimped, you're not gonna actually make that actually fold. So it's just better off to start from the beginning, offset. So I'm gonna do that one more time for you. Take our center peel off strip. I'm gonna line it up the same way the other one was. Smooth it out. Peel the liner and smooth. Peel the liner and smooth. Fold that over. And this will give you a lot longer longevity of your staple bound materials. So now they're held in there with the reinforcement of the Easy Hold. And now we have the Easy Bind 2. This is available in 2, 3, and 4-inch wide. This is a spine tape meant for the exterior books. So at this point in time, if you look in your packet, please look for the two pieces marked Easy Bind 2. Typically this is sold in roll form, so that's what I'm going to use now to show. So what you do with the Easy Bind 2, like I said, it's meant for the spine of the book. We're going to go ahead and cut this just about even, lengthwise. and go ahead and apply this to the spine. Sometimes if you can do no other thing except for protect the spine of the book, this is a great tape to use for that. Sometimes this is used for just reinforcing it. If something's happening to the book, you need to put the actual spine end cap back on. So we have a peel off strip, centering strip. We're gonna go ahead and line it up with the book. And I cut this a little long, so I'll have to trim this after the fact. But you go ahead and smooth that down. Like the other tapes, kind of peel them over and push away from you. And again, if it has a decent gutter to it, make sure you work it into the gutter well on your way over. Again, you would pick the appropriate size tape. You want to get beyond the gutter in order to anchor past the gutter of the book. I'm going to go ahead and trim this real quick. There we have it. And easy bind too. Now we have the Easy Bind Tyvek. This is in your packet. If you look for it, it's going to be 2 strips. It's marked Easy Bind Tyvek. You're also going to notice it's white and fibrous. That's the actual Tyvek material. So if you can pull those out now. This is also sold in roll form, but these strips are almost perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and use those for this presentation. These are primarily used on hardback books, the heavier books with a inside cover that is pretty much a white paper. This is perfect for. If there was writing in here, probably not my first choice unless it is a heavy book and you know it's going to be taking a great toll. But this is a great way to secure your text block to your cover. So what we're going to do is, again, when you get this in the roll form, you're going to go ahead and cut this about a 1/4 inch short from each end. So I'll go ahead and do that. And again, with this product, you have that peel off center strip. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And just like the regular Easy Binds, you put them right where you want them. Smooth it out. And then again, you just pull this up, push away from you. Give it a little bit of a push and work it across just like before. And again, we'll go ahead and get this started. Push it away and smooth it down. Close your book. And that's the Easy Bind 2. Now we have the label protectors. We prefer to show the polyester label protectors. Being polyester, it's a stronger material. We do offer these also in vinyl. So if you look in your packet, there's 2 strips of them. They'll be marked polyester label protectors. Now these are just like you're used to with label protectors. These come on a roll form. These just happen to be in sheets for the packet. You just simply peel it off. You put your barcode label on your actual book and then simply put your label protector over it and secure it. Now the other unique thing about the label protectors being polyester is being a strong material, it's sometimes forgotten that because of the size of the label protectors, it can be used for another purpose. You remember before we used pre-cut corners for the book? Well, you can also use our label protectors the same way with the polyester. These happen to be the LP009. It's a perfect size for this. So what you would do is, you'd again peel off your label protector. And this time, use it just like a corner. Line it up, put it down, and fold it to the inside, just like a corner, but instead you're using a label protector for that. So it's two uses in one product. So if you're on a tight budget and you need to look for a product that does 2 in 1, you can also look for our label protectors to do that. And that's the Kapco label protectors. And now we have the Easy Jacket Easy Cover. This is a no paper product. Some of you might be familiar with a product that has paper already attached past the crease. We do make that version. If it's just single crease with paper, that's going to be our Easy Jacket Easy Fit. If it's double crease and there's a crease at the other end and there's paper and paper, that's going to be our Easy Jacket center slit style. But we show using our actual Easy Jacket no paper. So that's what I'd like to show you now. Typically it comes on a roll form, and you would go ahead and pull out as much as you need. Go ahead and get your easy trim out and trim it off to the sheet size you need. But for this demonstration, and also for your kit, you have a sheet already pre-cut sent to you. And you'll also see you have a strip of book jacket attaching tape strips. So at this time, if you go ahead and pull those out, we're going to need those. I'm going to move my Easy Jacket a little farther up the table, move my book jacket attaching tape strips out of the way. And I have my book here with just a normal paper cover on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off the book, move the book out of the way. Now the important thing to do in this time period is go ahead and smooth out those creases that came from the actual publisher. Best you can. You're not going to get them all, but try to make it as easy on yourself as possible. So we smooth those out. Now what you do is you take your pre-cut sheet of Easy Jacket, pull it back down here and into play now. And you're going to go ahead and open the crease. And go ahead and slide your dust jacket cover right up into that crease. And you're going to go ahead and push, and it's going to actually fit perfectly up into that creased over section. With the excess, we're just going to go ahead and pull up. And at first, we're going to go ahead and start at the center of the book and just crease this with your finger. Once you have that finger creased, you can come back through with your actual squeegee and put a hard crease in it. Now this product, being polyester and the way it's run, actually has a static charge to it. So there is no adhesive holding this together. It's actually the static charge holding that in place. So what we can do is we can bring back our book, and we're just going to reinvent it again. We tried to squeegee out the creases, but now we want to go ahead and put those creases back in. So we can finger fold that so it's creased, and we can fold that so it's creased. Get it all lined up again. And we have our dust jacket cover on, but it's not complete yet. We actually do need our pre-cut strips of our book jacket attaching tape. Our pre-cuts are pre-cut 4 across, so it's convenient. You need 4 strips per book. So we'll go ahead and tape. You just want to make sure it's relaxed when you do this. If not, it's not going to stretch if you put too much tension on it. So make sure it's relaxed when we do this. And we'll do that again to the back of the book. And there you have, your book is protected within the Easy Jacket and secured to the book. That's your Easy Jacket, no paper, and your book attaching tape.